Welcome, everybody, to the 47th Citizen of the Year and the very new Business of the Year. I'm Dana Garmy. I'm the Executive Director of the Chamber of Commerce. This is Julie Fish. She's our Chamber President. This is kind of a reimagined event. We're morphing every year. This year, we're celebrating business and community with our two honorees. Just very quickly, I want to thank our sponsors. Winchester Savings Bank for being the lead sponsor. Thank you so much. As everybody knows, events are getting very expensive to run, and it would not be possible without our sponsors. So we have Elda and Paul and Felicia and Mike and Shayla here from the bank. Also, the Winchester Cooperative Bank is another sponsor. Our awesome local banks, and we have Mark Kellett and Chris Irving and Julie Hammond are here tonight. Shepherd Financial Partners are another sponsor. Thank you, Sam Shepherd and his crew. And lastly, the Woburn Council for Social Concern, which is a near and dear to our Citizen of the Year. He's very involved in the Woburn Council, so we appreciate they service Winchester residents and Woburn residents, and we're very appreciative, and they're also chamber members. Chef Kim of A Borrowed Chef for the food. If you didn't know, he just opened a commissary kitchen around the corner on Main Street. It's called A Borrowed Chef. Amazing. Go on his website. It's on the back of the program. Sign up to be on his email list. His food's incredible, and he will make your meal for you. He's amazing. Chef Joe of Ottavala did all the stationary food. Thank you to Chef Joe. His outdoor patio is open, so head on over there tonight for the post party. And the Griffin Museum. I mean, amazing. What a beautiful space. The Griffin Museum is a gem here in Winchester, and I'm so appreciative of everything they do for the chamber. They let us have our beer gardens out here and all sorts of stuff, and they're incredible community partners. So as I said, this is the 47th Citizen of the Year. Amazing. And this is the first Business of the Year. So we're very excited. We wanted to recognize the former Citizens of the Year that are here tonight. Justin McGee, I think I saw you. There he is. Dot Butler. Alan Iden. Marie Johnson. Carl Berner. Tom Howley. Jay Gill. Kathy Alexander. And last year's Lance Granzaback. I saw him somewhere. And Charlie. Charlie's here. Sorry, Charlie. There he is. Charlie Price. He snuck in. Did I miss anybody else? I don't think so. Nope. Okay. And Nowell & Sons are our first Business of the Year, nominated unanimously by the Chamber Board. It was a very obvious one. They're amazing. They're so incredible that they are going to take away their own garbage from their own party tonight. There's no job too small for them. They're incredible and well-deserving, and we're so happy to be honoring them tonight. And this is Julie Fish, the Chamber President.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. We definitely could not hire Nowell's competitor to take the trash away, so that was needed. We're so excited to celebrate Rich and Nowell. They're so deserving of our community, and we're just so happy to recognize them. I just wanted to quickly go through some of our events and initiatives that we have coming up. This weekend, you'll see the hanging baskets will go up, and fundraising will be going out soon. We also have a QR code if you'd like to donate. We need to raise $10,000 every year for those hanging baskets. So as Dana mentioned, the costs keep rising, but we're so grateful for your support and just passing the message out as well. Town Day, we have a beer garden coming back to the Griffin 3 to 6, we're going to have, let me look at my notes here. Arlington Brewing Company will come, and we have an additional Marble Winery. So we'll have beer and wine, and we'll have music by Scott. How am I pronouncing his last name? Damgard. So that's always really fun, especially if we're on a day like today. So stop by for that. It's just an open event. And garden tour will be June 16th, 12 to 4. We'll have tickets on sale online on the Chamber website, and you can also go to Bookends and buy your tickets in person. So we'd love to have you support us there. We always have beautiful, unique gardens to tour through, and you can see lots of friends, and it's a nice community event on a beautiful day, as it always is. And then mid-July, we're going to have our second annual restaurant week. That was a big hit for us last year. We're supporting a lot of the restaurants, new businesses. So come on out for that as well. We'll have more details coming later this spring. So let's kick it off. And we're going to have Anthea come up. Brady, where are you? There we go. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. I'm Anthea Brady. I'm the chair of the select board. The select board has citations for both Rich, the Citizen of the Year, and for Nowell and Sons, the first business of the year. I will present them to them. They look much better than this envelope. Yeah, thank you. All right. So I'll start with Nowell and Sons. They're actually a neighbor to me. I see the Yeti very often over in our corner of town. I see the trucks heading up Cross Street as I walk my kids to school. So they have a really strong presence in town, very much appreciated for the work that they do, for all the work that they do in the community. And also just to appreciate George's engagement as a member of the Board of Assessors and a town meeting member. And maybe recently I've seen him at the select board table far more often than the Citizen of the Year who has since retired. But on behalf of the select board, George, we'd like to present this citation to you. Thank you. Congratulations. So I had the pleasure of serving on the select board with Rich for 2 years. Hopefully he would say the same. And Rich is, for some people who know Rich with his select board hat on, don't necessarily know all the other things that he does. And I was trying to recount, so Rich is a lawyer. And I was trying to recount this, and I was trying to compare, I think Rich does more than I do, and I know I am very overcommitted. So Rich is a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer, but I work with them sometimes. Rich has 2 kids who go to sports. I came here from dropping my older child off at soccer, right? Rich does a lot of volunteer work. So I was like, oh, Rich does the Council for Social Concern. I was like, I've got ABC. And then I start to falter because there's a number of other things that Rich does. He's the swim and tennis club. I do not have a hot dog suit. We don't have one in the house yet. And so I think Rich is pretty humble about the things that he does, and just the layers of things, the amount of stuff he does. We should check that maybe this award isn't for Stacy for keeping everything afloat while he's doing all that. But on behalf of the select board, Rich, I'd like to present this to you and appreciate all the service that you've done for the town. Congratulations.
Perfect. And we all signed it.
Everyone signed it. Thank you.
Thank you, Anthea. So now we are going, we had a swap, we had a pivot to introduce the Nowells, and I can't remember who it is. Who is that? Andrew? Or is Aaron and Matt? Sorry. We had a pivot. Thank you for stepping up, guys.
Thank you. First off, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight. Rich, congratulations. From what I hear from young Georgie, well-deserved, and a little round of applause for Rich. Thank you for your commitment to the community. But for the Nowells, for them to be the first to have the business, they are, if you know the Nowell business and their family, it is well-deserved. The business is one thing, but as a family, there's not a closer family in Winchester than the Nowells. As a young guy, kindergarten, I met young George many, many, many years ago. And from then we hit it off, and we're this tight to this day. Mr. and Mrs. Nowell are like parents. And they're not like parents just to me, but to a lot of us. They sacrifice, they've done everything their whole lives to make this community great. And I'm proud to be from Winchester, and I'm proud to be part of the Nowell family. As a business, you don't have a top-rate business, the Nowells. They do what they say. They're fair price. They're just committed to the community. And all the other stuff they do outside of the community, they do for free and that other people don't know about. I just want to say thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Nowell, Georgie, and Charlie. It's all you after this, buddy. But great community.
All right, that's great, Westy. That's awesome. My name's John Matson, and I've had the privilege of knowing the Nowells for over 50 years. And like Aaron said, they're the best family. They're the most deserved business in town here for this award. I own a business myself in town now after working with the Nowells for years, and I will say this, that Mr. Nowell shaped me, taught me how to work, how to treat people. I know I went on jobs for Mr. Nowell, and I know he wasn't charging them, but you just do it, and that's what it is. So, Mr. Nowell, you're the man. Thank you so much. And I will say, just a funny story is when we all worked at the NCAR, and we're young guys, 17 years old, football players in Winchester, big, strong, tough guys. We had three of us carrying this cooler up onto the truck. We put it down. We're dying. Mr. Nowell comes over. He just dragged it with one hand, and we're like, oh, all right. He's another level. So, anyways, that's about it. But the Nowells are the best, and congratulations.
Are you guys done?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're done. So now we're going to bring up the Nowells. Thank you, guys. Or George Jr. All of them are coming. Good. Okay, good.
Aaron and Max, thank you guys for that. That was so nice and so unexpected. I'm going to be the spokesperson for everyone. But I'm George Nowell, and again, thanks to Max and Aaron for that, for all their words. That was so meant so much to me. On behalf of my parents, George Sr. and Judy, and my son Charlie, and our entire family, I want to sincerely thank the Winchester Chamber of Commerce for this incredible honor. Being recognized as the first ever Business of the Year is something we truly never expected, and it means more to us than we can properly express. I do want to further recognize my parents, George and Judy. They come to work every day. They're truly the heart and soul of the business. They come to work every day, and none of this would be possible without them. I also want to congratulate Rich on being named Citizen of the Year. Rich, what an incredibly well-deserved honor, and it's an honor to celebrate with you tonight. Looking around the room or the tent tonight. I mean, it's so humbling. There's so many people here that I truly, truly admire. And I hope that you know how much respect I have for every single business owner in this community, because I know firsthand how hard this life can be. The hours, the pressure, the sacrifices, it's not easy. So thank you for everything, for all you do in Winchester, and I sincerely wish you all continued success. And another round of applause just for all these business owners. Thank you. Our family's been fortunate to serve Winchester since before 1928, when my great-grandfather, also George Russell Nowell, officially started the business with a horse and wagon, doing just about any job he could find. Nearly 100 years later, it's still hard for us to believe how far the company has come. It's a long time, and it's a lot of Georges and Georgies. Georgies, little Georges, big Georges. There'll be Charlies. But you guys get the picture. I know my Papa Frank and Nana Marion would be very proud and happy to see this tonight. What makes this recognition especially meaningful is that this business has never just belonged to our family. It belongs to generations of hardworking employees like Max and Aaron, loyal customers, friends, and community members who have supported us throughout the years. Many of our employees and customers are multi-generational, and those relationships mean everything to us, and we treasure them deeply. I especially want to thank our employees, past and present, whose dedication, loyalty, and friendships have helped build this company into what it is today. We would not be here without you. I want to thank my wife, Deneen, my son, Jonah, my sister, Katie, is also involved in the business, and really all of my sisters, all who are here, past and present, who may not be involved, weren't always involved in the day-to-day aspect of the business, but they certainly experienced the challenges, the sacrifices that came along with it. And you guys, your love and support means everything to all of us. So, we are also so incredibly grateful to the Winchester community for placing its trust in us for so many years. Whether moving families into new homes, helping local businesses, servicing neighborhoods, schools, town buildings, or even cleaning up after the Enka. Or the Citizen of the Year celebration. It has always been a privilege to be part of this town. Growing up in this business gave me some of the best memories of my life. Working alongside my family and lifelong friends, learning the value of hard work, and understanding the importance of treating people the right way. Those values were passed down to us, and we try every day to carry them forward. So thank you again to the Chamber, to our employees, to our customers, and to the entire Winchester community for this tremendous honor. We are so very grateful. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. Yeah. We're doing Mike. Careful. Thank you, George. And now family, well-deserving. On a side note, I'm a 21-year customer of the Nowells, and when I first moved here, someone told me, like, oh, you're going to love the transfer station. It's so social. I lasted 1 week, and then I called George. So now we're going to bring up Mike Day, Rep. Mike Day. Where is he? There he is. To introduce our Citizen of the Year. And he forgot his citation.
I did. Thank you for that, Dana. Good evening, everyone. I am, as always, honored to be here at the Citizen of the Year reception now. It should be a big of a dinner. When I first started attending this, we had Tom Howley in a tuxedo at the Montvale Plaza, and it's now evolved. And I think this is more fitting for Rich Mucci here tonight. The cocktail hour right outside his law firm. I want to, again, congratulate and recognize not only Nowell Company, but the Nowell family. This is really a great development, I think, from the Chamber, and compliments to Dana on making this move, but also to the Nowell family, who are an institution in Winchester. And as those who own small businesses know, it is a truly family endeavor. And for your family to pick up the mantle that you laid down, Mr. Nowell, for now multiple generations, is an honor to you, as well as the town of Winchester, to have you counted amongst us. So thank you very much, and congratulations again. And to the former honorees, I often, when I do my brief remarks, and these won't be brief because I've known Rich for a bit, I always say that the Chamber gets it right. And I look around at the former honorees, and I can say that they truly get it right. And when they told me that Rich was getting the honoree, or was going to be the honoree tonight, I hesitated for a second and said, are we going this route? We're changing it this much? The cocktail hour is not enough. I met Rich Mucci back, I believe, in 2009. I was trying to figure out the years, when I got assigned to the Middlesex District Attorney's Office out in Framingham. And I walked in the door and didn't know what I was doing, and found my supervisor was an individual named Richard Mucci, who had slick back hair, Gucci loafers, and suits that didn't really fit well or look too good. And Rich said, Mike, you haven't lived until you've convicted an innocent man. No, that last part was not accurate. Rich, or maybe, Rich was the perfect supervisor for a new assistant DA to be assigned to. He was balanced, fair, zealous, but never over the line, and truly trying to get to the right result for the Commonwealth as well as for the defendants, and struck the right balance every time. And as a new DA or assistant DA, I would ask him advice all the time, and never did I get bad advice on how to dispose of a case. People got justice with Rich in the courtroom. He appointed me head of a newly comprised food crimes unit. I didn't know what that meant until I got assigned a couple cases where somebody stole a couple pounds of shrimp out in Framingham, or somebody threw a burger at their parents. I came to realize quickly how much food meant to Rich Mucci, and how instrumental food was in Rich Mucci's life. And so I took that as an honor. I don't think it was intended to be, but I took that as an honor that I was the head of the food crimes unit. That disbanded once I left, by the way. Rich and I kept in touch, and then in 2013, I bumped into him again in person. And Rich is obviously living in Winchester. I was living over in Stoneham. I looked at him and caught up a little bit. He was nicer to me. He was slimmed down. His hair was more respectable. His suits fit. And I said, what's going on here? And of course, Stacy was in the picture at that stage. The educator, the anchor of the Mucci family, and the rock upon which Rich builds everything that he's done so far. Stacy and Rich now have Ben and Catherine that complete the picture of the Mucci family, and do great honor to this town as well. I talked to Rich, and he said, you know, I'm in Winchester, and at the time I was looking at this seat that I now occupy. Jason Lewis was moving on to the Senate. This is the end of Christmas time, around 2013, a long time ago. And Rich said, why don't you come over to the house? I'm going to have a Christmas party. Come on over and meet my family and chat with us for a bit. I didn't quite realize what family Rich was from, that the Montori clan was Rich's clan. And so when I went in, I had the toughest interview for a job I've ever had in my life, with the Montori sisters literally giving me the up and down and chewing goldfish and asking me what I was all about. Once I emerged from that, I think, hopefully successfully, now I am, I realized that I was cut out for the job, but that was thanks to Rich and the Montori mom and aunts that steeled me for anything that came this way. Rich, as we know, has made Winchester home, and has also made Winchester more welcoming to everyone. His charity work is unparalleled, whether it's the Rotary, the Council of Social Concern, Winchester Together, that he and Dot Butler put together during COVID to keep this community united and make sure that we were steeled going forward. to face whatever challenges came our way. Rich has always been there. And to his, or I should say, I guess, to the family's challenge, he says no to nobody. Always answers the bell, always makes things better when he gets involved as well. Rich's involvement in charitable endeavors really, as we all know who are here tonight, knows no end. You may not know that from that as Rosalie would know and Mr. Mucci would know, that started back in high school when he was a member of his choral team, his dance squad, which hopefully he'll show us a few steps tonight. He's incredibly humble when it comes to his involvement in making this town better. He ran for select board a few years ago and won, not surprisingly, this town recognizing what they had in Rich. And he called me for advice. It was the first time he'd asked me advice. And he said, what do I do when I get on there? I said, well, you got elected, you're taking office next week. Just relax, listen, learn what's going on with the board, understand what the board's all about. And the next Tuesday, I read a story. Mucci moves to dissolve the chair and assume the chair himself. So my advice goes very far with Rich, as we can tell. But back to his humbleness before I cede the mic to him. When Rich was, planning this dinner, or at least informing the board of his desires, when it became clear, I think, to many of us that Rich was going to be the well-deserved Citizen of the Year honoree, he asked that it be dissolved. And that it become a Business of the Year only dinner. Luckily, Dana and the rest of the members of the board declined that invitation. And here we are tonight with a well overdue but well earned honoring of Richard Mucci for Citizen of the Year. They got it right after all, Rich. Congratulations.
Thank you, I think. I'll get you.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Thank you, Mike. I think. I guess the next Super Beef at Bill and Bob's will be on me. I would like to begin tonight by thanking the past living citizens of the year for bestowing this tremendous honor upon me. I'm truly grateful. Many of you have been mentors to me, and I'm deeply humbled that you chose me for this honor. Thank you, Dana, Allison, Julie, and the entire celebration committee for planning tonight's event. To Dot Butler and Kathy Alexander, thank you for all you do and being my biggest supporters. Thank you to Chef Kim from A Borrowed Chef and Joe Carley and the whole team at A Tavola for the incredible food tonight. Please continue to support these local businesses. Thank you to the Griffin Museum, Krista Dix, for hosting us this evening. You're a great community partner. Arthur Griffin documented everyday life and community in such a meaningful way, and I have to believe he would be proud of this museum and what it's become, not just in Winchester, but throughout the region. And I hope, Krista, if you're here, we can do my Sunday jazz brunch here sometime. Most importantly, thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for coming to celebrate community. Congratulations to the Nowell family. Closing in on 100 years of business. That's incredible. You've practically invented Winchester. It's only 175 years old. The Nowells represent the very best in this town. Hardworking, loyal people. They quietly support the residents and the businesses every single day. They don't seek any recognition or fanfare unless you're talking about raising the rates at the transfer station. They simply show up and serve. I don't think they know the word no. A truly deserving choice for Business of the Year. Congratulations. I think the reason I do what I do is simple. I love community in its truest sense of the word. Growing up, my family taught me that you find your people, support your community, serve others, and feed those around you. These weren't ideas talked about at the dinner table. They were lessons shown through small daily acts. As a result, I've always gravitated toward people, organizations, and causes that bring people together and help others. And while this award may say Citizen of the Year, to me it could never be truly an individual award. This recognition belongs to the grassroots organizations and volunteers
Well, I'll wait for the train. Right on schedule. This recognition belongs to the grassroots organizations, volunteers who quietly serve this community every day. To my fellow Rotary Club members, this recognition truly belongs to you as much as it does to me. Rotary has given me a lifelong purpose, friendships, perspective, and countless opportunities to serve alongside some of the most generous people I have ever met. You live the motto, service above self, every day. Week after week, you quietly support neighbors in need, mentor students, improve our community, and remind all of us what leadership through service looks like. You are truly people of action, and you continue to inspire me every day. And you're a dependable lunch on Thursdays. Amanda, Harvey, and Jesse, give a wave. Jesse is the executive director of the Council of Social Concern, and Amanda serves as director of development. If you haven't toured the agency or become involved, please talk to them tonight. Many of the people in this room donate to their Thanksgiving food drive at some point, but many may not realize that the Council of Social Concern assists nearly 2,000 individuals annually, many right here in Winchester. They give out over 300,000 pounds of food a year. Every month, hundreds of families rely on the food pantry for nutritious food and basic necessities, and the need continues to grow. But the council does far more than just food. Through its child care and early education programs, it supports more than 100 children and families through income-based subsidies every year with 40 educators. This is not a distant national organization. This is neighbors truly helping neighbors. And the best outcome for us is when a struggling family finds stability and doesn't need our services any longer. So yes, if it sounds like it's a little bit of an infomercial, that's intentional, because the need is real and there's always room for people to help. Jesse, Amanda, and everyone at the Council of Social Concern, this recognition belongs to you for the dignity, compassion, and humanity you bring to your work every single day serving our community. About 15 years ago, I left a Boston law firm to open a small general practice in downtown Winchester, that window right up there. And I was embraced by a few veteran lawyers who we commonly refer to as the Judkin Green Bar Association. You know who you are. The small business community and the Chamber of Commerce. Every day I witness the power of local business owners supporting one another, helping each other however they can. Speaker Tip O'Neill famously said all politics is local. I think we should all remember that all business is local too. Shop local. This community is what it is because of these shop owners who take risks, open their doors every morning, sponsor local causes, donate gift cards, support nonprofits, tolerate our children's shopping habits, feed us, and quietly keep Winchester vibrant. What makes this town extraordinary are the people who serve quietly without asking for recognition. Maybe you work at Town Hall. Maybe you're the former assistant town manager. Maybe you coach a team. Maybe you organize a fundraiser, a ride, a race, support a family in need, volunteer at a fair, make sure kids have lunches during the summer, make our rec program stronger, or help create spaces where families can simply be together. Those acts may seem small, but they are the foundation of community. This recognition truly belongs to all of you, the silent majority, who simply show up and serve. And I always will endeavor to support you in your causes. Finally, and most importantly, and you may see why in a second, I saved them for last, but thank you to my family. Thank you to my late grandparents, Arthur and Carmela Montori, who introduced me to Winchester and taught me the power of the kitchen table. Growing up, Sunday dinners at 120 Main Street were the event of the week. They introduced me to so many wonderful people in this town, and yes, I still blackmail some of you with those great stories. To my aunts, uncles, and cousins, especially here in Winchester, thank you for being my first community and my biggest supporters. To my mom, Rosalie, thank you for showing me the true meaning of compassion, generosity, and service. You taught me that being part of a community means showing up for people, helping without being asked, feeding whoever walks through the door, and always finding time for others no matter how busy life gets. Thank you for always believing in me and supporting every cause, idea, and crazy event along the way. Dad, thank you for working hard, sacrificing quietly. staying out of mom's way, and giving me every opportunity in life. You taught me that you do not need recognition to make a difference. Uh-oh. You simply show up and support your family and do your part every single day. I'm very fortunate to have my sister, Christina, brother-in-law, Corey, Harry, and Henry live in Winchester. Christina has been supporting all my efforts since I was a senior at Holy Cross and she was a freshman looking for a party. But in all seriousness, Christina is a force. Christina is usually helping behind the scenes at almost everything I do, usually the first to lend a suggestion, donate, or post on social media, especially when I am in costume. Thank you to my much younger brother Will and his wife Kenzie for also supporting all my efforts and bringing 50 friends to Winchester Chili Fest every year. He also is one of the first to lend a hand and to donate, and also field a flag football team of Division I athletes for me to compete in the Winchester Rec Turkey Bowl. To my children, Ben and Catherine, anyone who truly knows me knows there's nothing I value more than spending time with you. Watching you grow into thoughtful, kind, and caring young people has been one of the greatest joys of my life. I love seeing you find your people, support your community, serve others, and open your lives to your friends and teammates. And by now, you certainly know that our house and our kitchen table will always be room for your friends there to eat. Finally, to my wife, Stacy. Mike kind of stole my thunder a little bit. By day, she is a devoted fourth grade public school teacher with more than 23 years of experience. But more importantly, she is the heart of our family and the steady force behind everything I do. The truth is, she is far more deserving of this award than I am. You have supported every idea, every event, every meeting, and every cause, often without complaint and always with grace. I am grateful beyond words, and I love you very much. So in closing, the after party is at Atavla. Thank you all for this incredible honor. Thank you for being my people, my community, my home. Join Rotary, support the Council of Social Concern, shop local, and most importantly, continue to show up for one another. Thank you.